It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Here's Harris to return it.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26.
So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense.
They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Quinnen Williams in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Patriots send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's taken it around the 40.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the 20.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
Wilson's pass.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Number 30.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in. That's
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
The previous play is under review.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after.
It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick six, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
The numbers a week ago from Melvin Gordon: 13 carries, 66 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Got a man. It's Mims. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Toronto.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Wilson's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. And now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, Wilson able to connect with Mims. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Wilson will throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10. Now
it's Burrow. He's going to air one out for Anderson.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Ryan Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Dancing to his left. He's got a first down and then some. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether it's running it in the pocket.
And to give this time to the tailback. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 81 yards.
And they've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
On first down, Wilson.
He's got this one completed to Mims.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
2nd and 7. At the
last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The decision is to decline it and not give them the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Burrow. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on third down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Harold Landry in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On second down, it's Gordon. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
Melvin Gordon.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. Third and long.
7-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Wilson.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
First down, Toronto.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Tackle made at the
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
brings up 2nd and
Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Throw left side, taken in by Mims.
Wilson's pass.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd.
From the gun, Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Wilson.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
And this one complete again to Mims.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down.
Thunderbirds.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
That's David DeCastro, the former Stanford Cardinal, with a penalty.
To throw again is Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
2nd down at the 19-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Kick is good.
So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 20.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. From the gun, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Kyle Duggar there on the coverage.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
Wilson sacked. A loss of 6 yards. And it's 3 and out.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
At their own
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And they'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Intended for Robbie Anderson. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10 now. Burrow. He'll get this one to Galladay. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He completes this to Sutton. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. To the air again, Burrow. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
And Burrow going to throw again. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
And incomplete. Results.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34.
4-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Thunderbirds 14. Patriots 3.
So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the 2nd half.
And they are into field goal range now as he's got the 1st down at the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Set to kick off.
Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First down and 10. At their own 20.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he finds a man on the crossing route.
Wilson's pass.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Patriots take over. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Able to get this to Gordon. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Burrow will throw. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Defense.
No!
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6. At the 44-yard line.
Again, it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Incomplete. Ashton Davis there
on third down. Burrow got Gordon open, completes it. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Toronto's offense ready to take over. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Toronto.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
3-yard pickup.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
From the contact. Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. His pass caught at the 4.
Wilson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. From the gun, Wilson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive, because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
their own 25.
New England trying to get a place on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Desmond King picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Wilson's pass complete to Denzel Mims.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Parkey with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Taken about 7 yards deep, and we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talked about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
This is Gordon. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's Burrow.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
19 more yards.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Dixon, incomplete. Leads to second.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Now it's Burrow. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on third and goal. Burrow looking to pass. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control. And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play. The offense has had its moments, too. Going to give this time to the tailback. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage. Now a handoff here to his running back. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
For the running back.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
The running back.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Wilson's pass.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Quinnen Williams has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Patriots send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. He chucks him aside.
Dumped him.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
Oh, why are we doing this?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
Gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Open man is Robbie Anderson. Anderson loses the football, and this is picked up by the defense. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it?
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. On second down, here's Burrow. And there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. From midfield now, Burrow. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Toronto first down.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last point?